It's a case of not too young to run or not yet ready.
My life starts very early because when I be there 10 years old, police enter my village, scatter the place.
To free movement.
Now violation of my right, my arrest, my detention,
Yes.
my restriction.
Now since that night, now I make decision as a 10-year-old say, when I reach time, I go fight to ensure safety.
We still dey under neo-colonial control. Now we come dey inside internal recolonization by our.
Kí lẹ wá ṣe mí báyìí?
Iṣẹ́ wa ló ní ìgbà àti ìṣẹ́.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
East African country.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Thank you, SN.
Don't block the road.
Well done, sir. Brotherly.
Ah, Baba, I was looking for you now.
I'll get again.
अच्छा कौन सा नाम है
Locking up in place like
Títí àgbàmù sí àṣírí ẹ̀ gbogbo àgbàdúrà yẹn kò dẹ̀ hàn náà yé wa. Mo ti jẹ́ pé nǹkan tí mo ṣe fílẹ̀ nìyẹn. A máa lọ church ìjọ Wednesday láàárọ̀, a máa lọ ọjọ́ Thursday. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní factory tó wáyé pé China ló wà torí ẹ̀ ti dàrú fún research.
Okay, the symbol, right?
The golden symbol.
The symbol.
Where's the ahead? Who's that now?
I think there is so much fixation on electronic transfer of the funds. But I think INET has already clarified it. And I think that should be the end of it. Because INET has organized. There are facilities all over the country to ensure that resources are electronically transmitted. So, as far as I'm concerned, we have not reached. I'm going to go through that. Because of the difference in the versions of the amendment by both chambers of the National Assembly, there's still going to be a committee to ensure uniformity and what to be sent. And so for me, I think both the Senate and the House of Representatives, now confronted with the intervention of the INEC, would have to go back to the drawing table and stop disgracing it. It is the height of embarrassment for legislators in any modern state to kick against electronic transmission of the sound. More so that we are going to have accreditation of voters by electronic means through the card reader machine. We're also going to have registration of voters electronically, compilation of the voters register electronically, and we're also moving to have elections conducted electronically. So I cannot see the logic in kicking against electronic transmission of results. But what is more, and I think the media must draw the attention of Nigeria to other dangerous provisions of the bill that has been passed by both chambers of the National Assembly. For instance, Section 65 provides that INEC shall not have the power to cancel any election. In other words, if you are a situation like we had in Imo State in 2019, whereby results were declared at gunpoint under duress, the National Assembly people are saying, don't cancel the result. Go to the tribunal. You cannot continue to take every dispute on election petition tribunal. In fact, Nigerians must insist that the votes of our people should count. We must not turn our courts. We must not replace voters with the courts. But what is going on in Nigeria today is that nobody knows the results of an election until you have gone through the entire gamut of the legal system. So that must stop. The other one, I think the amendment of Section 90 of the Electoral Act to the effect that a presidential candidate is not given the liberty to spend up to 15 billion, while governorship candidates will spend up to 5 billion per person. Of course, senators are talking about 1.5 billion. You ask yourself, how much is the salary of a senator that you're asking to spend 1.5 billion for his campaign, or a presidential candidate to spend 15 billion, or a governorship candidate to spend 5 billion in a country where the minimum wage is 30,000, which is not even regularly paid by many of the states. So the implication of that dangerous position is that the politics of Nigeria is being turned to the business of money bag. And that should not be allowed by the
That's your best.
Okay, I don't want to 15 billion. I don't know.
Okay, Nigerians, after the court case of the oduduwa 12 that were illegally arrested at Sunday Igboho's house, after coming out of the court, at the Federal High Court here, we have a lot of court cases ongoing. So we come across San Femi Falana also handling the case of the NUC, the LLC, and then the federal government case concerning the electoral bill that was passed. So we deem it fit to also get Nigeria aware on the updates of what is going on right now about the bill. And that's why we bring before you Barrister San Femi Falana, and as we have heard from him.
Do that for you for 1,000.
Seriously.
Holding your camera is not a crime.
Nigeria, they use computer. The leaders of Nigeria, they use radio where they turn the knob.